Just this quarter, reports from Tesla's supply chain and insider leaks confirm that the company is actively testing not one, but three different battery chemistries for the upcoming Model 2: aluminum-ion, sodium-ion, and solid-state. Elon Musk has hinted at cost breakthroughs, while suppliers in China and the US are already preparing pilot production lines. So, which of these technologies is Tesla betting on for 2026? Will aluminum-ion finally solve the fire risk problem? Could sodium-ion slash costs enough to bring EV prices under $25,000? Or is solid-state still too far from reality to matter for everyday drivers? That's exactly what we're digging into in today's video. One quick ask before we dive in: help us cross the 11,111 subscriber milestone. Just hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss the updates. Think of it as your way of joining an insider pit crew. Always first to know where Tesla tech is really headed.
Elon Musk just said it himself in the 2025 Q2 earning calls.
Batteries are just going to be a massive thing.
And Tesla is proving it. In just 8 months, they built the world's largest supercharger site, Project Oasis, now partially open with 84 active chargers, 11 megawatts of solar power, and 10 megapacks. But the real shock is not the speed of construction. It is the battery technology quietly being developed behind Tesla's factory walls and inside those chargers as well. Rumors point to an all-new aluminum hybrid battery that is lighter, cheaper, and built to outperform lithium, with timing that lines up perfectly with the upcoming 2026 Model 2. Why is Tesla blending aluminum and lithium inside the Model 2's battery? And what breakthrough does this hybrid unlock that pure lithium cells never could? Inside the 2026 Tesla Model 2, something extraordinary is happening at the atomic level. Tesla's engineers have designed a new kind of battery where aluminum and lithium no longer work separately, but side by side in perfect coordination. This aluminum-lithium hybrid is not just a tweak to traditional lithium-ion cells. It is a full-scale reinvention of how batteries move energy, regulate heat, and adapt to real-world use. The battery's foundation begins with a radical change in materials. Tesla replaces the conventional copper foil with an ultra-thin aluminum layer, only 0.012 millimeters thick. That is 4 times thinner than a human hair. While copper is slightly more conductive by volume, aluminum is much lighter, making it far more efficient for vehicles that need to balance speed, range, and weight. But aluminum's role doesn't stop at structural support. Tesla has coated the graphite anode with a fine layer of aluminum nanoparticles, forming a kind of expressway for ions to move faster and with less resistance. Stanford studies have shown that this type of enhancement can boost ion flow by over 60% compared to untreated materials. On the other side, the cathode is no longer a single sheet, but a layered sandwich of aluminum and highly conductive carbon paper. This design helps electrons move more freely, reducing energy loss and improving overall performance. So, where does lithium fit in? Rather than being replaced, lithium plays a crucial role in guiding and stabilizing the entire charge process. Lithium ions are incredibly small and fast, acting like scouts that lead the way during charging and discharging. They move quickly through a new liquid-ion electrolyte and intercalate into the anode, helping the battery respond rapidly to acceleration or braking. Meanwhile, aluminum ions carry heavier loads and follow behind, delivering high energy density. The two metals form a synchronized charge and discharge pattern known as dual ion transport. This choreography is what gives the battery its biggest advantage: speed. The hybrid design can deliver up to 1,200 watts per kilogram, nearly 4 times more than standard lithium-ion cells. Inside the battery, lithium is also embedded in a soft outer gel layer that surrounds the aluminum-heavy core. This gel contributes about 40% of the battery's power and helps with voltage regulation and thermal control. It acts like a shock absorber, reducing stress on the internal components and extending battery life. Is Tesla's aluminum-lithium combo the smartest upgrade in EV history? Comment hybrid if you think this changes everything. How can the Model 2's aluminum-lithium battery heal itself, adapt to seasons, and even go into hibernation like a living organism? Tesla's aluminum-lithium battery in the Model 2 is unlike anything on today's roads. It is more than a high-performance energy source. It acts like a smart biological system, able to sense, respond, and even heal itself when damaged. At the core of this battery lies a unique self-repair mechanism. During intense driving or fast charging, tiny fractures may appear inside the battery's electrodes. In a traditional battery, this would gradually reduce efficiency and lead to failure. But in the Model 2, aluminum particles automatically migrate toward these cracks and seal them at the microscopic level. At the same time, lithium ions maintain a dynamic protective layer on the anode called the SEI, solid electrolyte interface. This layer constantly renews itself to stabilize the battery's internal chemistry and prevent long-term degradation. This self-repair process is supported by a liquid ion electrolyte that moves like blood through the system. Unlike older gel-based electrolytes, which tend to slow down or dry out under stress, this ionic liquid remains mobile. When electrical contact is broken inside the cell, the fluid actively flows to restore it, preventing power loss and improving reliability. Tesla has also given the battery a remarkable new feature: hibernation. When the car is not in use for extended periods, the battery automatically reduces its internal activity by up to 90%. In this deep sleep mode, it can preserve 95% of its charge for more than 6 months. And when needed, it can wake up and deliver full power in just 0.3 seconds. This makes it ideal not just for daily use, but also for seasonal driving, fleet storage, and long-term standby use in energy backup systems. Perhaps the most fascinating innovation is the battery's ability to adapt its internal chemistry to the environment. Thanks to a built-in AI algorithm, the system constantly monitors temperature and usage patterns, then shifts how aluminum and lithium ions are used. In cold weather, aluminum becomes dominant because it is more thermally stable and less likely to freeze. In hot climates, lithium takes the lead, allowing for faster cooling and more efficient energy flow. This automatic adjustment improves both safety and efficiency without any input from the driver. According to Tesla's internal testing and independent lab simulations, the battery can operate in up to 47 distinct modes depending on the conditions. Each mode optimizes how the cell charges, discharges, and manages heat. Pure aluminum batteries cannot shift modes at all. Even conventional lithium-ion packs lack this level of real-time adaptation. Safety is another area where this battery stands apart. One of the most critical components of any battery is the separator, the thin membrane that keeps the positive and negative sides from touching. If this layer is damaged, a short circuit or fire can occur. Tesla's separator is made from advanced polymer material that can sense damage and contract to seal itself. Tests show it can restore over 93% of its integrity in less than 1 second. Combined with the advanced electrolyte, which increases ion mobility by over 400% compared to earlier versions, this battery charges faster, runs cooler, and lasts longer. Would a battery that can protect itself and predict failures 72 hours in advance make you feel more in control as a driver? Comment Tesla wins if you trust this kind of smart energy system in your next EV. Why does the Model 2's aluminum lithium battery look nothing like a traditional cell? And how does its shape unlock modular speed, repairability, and power control? At the heart of each Model 2 battery cell lies a sophisticated architecture that Tesla refers to as a battery within a battery. The innermost core is a solid-state aluminum block functioning as the primary energy reservoir, delivering approximately 60% of the total power output. This core uses a doped aluminum alloy engineered for ultra-fast charge transfer, with ionic conductivity approaching 1 millisiemens per centimeter. This performance level is comparable to early lithium glass prototypes. Because it is solid-state, the aluminum core eliminates common risks like dendrite formation and electrolyte leakage, making it significantly safer than conventional lithium-only designs. Surrounding the aluminum core is a concentric gel-based ring infused with lithium-rich ionic compounds. This outer ring provides the remaining 40% of the energy, but its value goes far beyond power delivery. It regulates voltage fluctuations in real time and actively manages heat dispersion during high load conditions. The lithium gel has a thermal conductivity of approximately 0.45 watts per meter Kelvin, which is more than double that of standard polymer electrolytes. As a result, heat is dissipated evenly, allowing the battery to operate safely even during 250 kilowatt rapid charging. Tests show that this outer layer keeps internal cell temperatures below 45 degrees Celsius. The gel structure also acts as a shock absorber, preventing aluminum core deformation under stress, especially during off-road driving or sharp cornering. Together, the aluminum core and lithium gel ring create a co-engineered power unit with both high power density and adaptive safety. Their interface is stabilized by a nanolaminate buffer zone that allows ions to move freely across both layers without causing chemical breakdown. This seamless coordination between materials allows the battery to achieve peak outputs of up to 1,100 watts per kilogram, verified by thermal imaging studies from third-party labs. Inside this dual-layered architecture lies another level of innovation. The entire cell is subdivided into 64 microcells, arranged in a fractal-inspired layout. Imagine zooming into the battery and discovering a small city of mini-batteries, each with its own electrodes, separators, and current collectors. This internal layout transforms the battery into a distributed energy network. Each microcell operates autonomously but remains synchronized with the larger system. If any one of these microcells becomes damaged or compromised, the battery's internal management system can isolate it automatically using embedded field effect transistors. This prevents the fault from spreading to the rest of the cell while reducing voltage instability during partial failures by up to 73%. The microcells can be accessed and replaced individually by robotic arms in under 12 minutes, reducing both repair time and material waste. If a single damaged cell can be isolated and replaced without shutting down the rest of the battery, does that redefine what reliable really means? Comment Model 2 if you think this is the first EV that gets it right. How does the Model 2's aluminum lithium battery seem to think, feel, and even predict its own failures before they happen? The aluminum lithium battery inside the Tesla Model 2 is more than just a static energy pack. It behaves like a synthetic nervous system that actively monitors, responds, and even learns over time. At the center of this intelligence lies a neural network-based battery management system powered by real-time sensor data and predictive AI modeling. Inside each battery module, 2048 nanoscale sensors are embedded throughout the cell structure. These sensors track variables such as ion movement, local temperature fluctuations, pressure gradients, and microfracture formation with a sampling rate of up to 10,000 times per second. Specifically, each sensor monitors the trajectory of aluminum ions, which are heavier and more reactive than lithium ions. This detailed motion tracking feeds into Tesla's onboard AI, allowing it to build a continuously updated health map of the entire cell. The system uses predictive maintenance algorithms trained on over 200 million historical battery hours to identify abnormal patterns in voltage drop, resistance buildup, or thermal inconsistencies. This enables the battery to forecast potential failure points up to 72 hours in advance. Early indicators, such as localized impedance rise of more than 5% or abnormal ion clustering, automatically trigger a countermeasure protocol. When such stress signals are detected, the BMS sends low-amplitude microelectrical pulses, typically ranging from 10 to 30 microvolts, through targeted regions of the cell. These pulses effectively massage the internal layers by encouraging redistribution of ions and reactivating underperforming zones. It functions in a way similar to molecular-level defibrillation. This approach has extended cell longevity by up to 19% under accelerated aging tests, while also reducing degradation under high cycle charging by 12%. The battery's intelligence does not stop at diagnostics. It adapts to human behavior and environmental conditions in real time, using a combination of onboard contextual sensors and pattern recognition algorithms. The battery detects driving intent and adjusts charging behavior accordingly. For instance, in situations where GPS patterns suggest urgency, such as a weekday morning commute, the battery activates what is internally called excited mode. In this setting, it charges at the peak allowable rate, which can reach up to 250 kilowatts depending on charger availability, while still managing internal thermal conditions to prevent damage. Conversely, during overnight home charging, the system shifts to relaxed mode, where it voluntarily limits input to between 30 and 50 kilowatts. This slower rate reduces long-term wear, even if a higher speed charger is present. In harsh environmental conditions, particularly in temperatures below -10 degrees Celsius or above 45 degrees Celsius, the battery engages a self-protective protocol. This reduces power throughput and actively moderates internal conditions to maintain safe operation and preserve long-term capacity. The Model 2 battery is capable of executing more than 847 unique response patterns. These are determined by variables such as time of day, recent driving behavior, current temperature, voltage history, and long-term aging profile. Some responses are passive, like subtle changes in charging curves, while others are active, such as redistributing electrical load across different cell zones. No other aluminum-based battery system currently in commercial use offers this level of behavioral complexity, autonomy, and real-time personalization. In contrast to conventional batteries, which function like fixed tools with limited operational range, Tesla's hybrid battery in the Model 2 behaves like an intelligent biological system as it senses its environment, anticipates problems, adjusts to user behavior, and communicates with the vehicle's core systems to deliver a seamless and adaptive energy experience. This battery adapts, heals, and thinks. Is it still just a power source or the beginning of machine intelligence? Comment below with your take. While the world keeps obsessing over lithium, something much bigger has just entered the battlefield, and it's not coming from China. Elon Musk's 2026 Tesla all-new aluminum-ion battery is truly finally here.
We'll certainly start production on that in the beginning of next year.
And the tested version has proven everything we hoped for. Watch closely. We will show how Tesla has gained a promising battery breakthrough, representing the end of China's battery monopoly that no one has been revealing clearly. 1. How does Tesla's aluminum-ion battery revolution destroy global supply chain dependencies? What China doesn't want you to know is that Tesla's aluminum-ion breakthrough just triggered the most aggressive industrial espionage campaign in modern history. Leaked intelligence reports reveal Chinese state-backed hackers launched over 47,000 cyber attacks targeting Tesla's Gigafactory Nevada in the past 90 days, desperately trying to steal aluminum-ion manufacturing secrets. Beijing is panicking because they realize this isn't just a battery upgrade. It's the complete destruction of their $340 billion battery cartel. The hidden weapon that makes China's executives lose sleep isn't just aluminum abundance, it's Tesla's revolutionary quantum tunnel architecture. This breakthrough allows aluminum ions to move through the battery's crystalline structure 23 times faster than lithium ions in Chinese batteries. Thanks to this advancement, Tesla's aluminum ion cells can discharge their entire capacity in just 47 seconds when needed, delivering power densities that make Chinese fast-charging technology look like horse and buggy transportation. But here's the classified detail that leaked from Tesla's internal documents. Each aluminum ion cell contains nano-engineered graphene channels that self-repair during charging cycles. While Chinese lithium-ion batteries degrade with every charge, Tesla's aluminum-ion batteries actually become more efficient over time. After 100,000 charge cycles, these batteries perform 13% better than when they were new. This poses a great threat to other battery competitors, since this means their entire business model of planned battery obsolescence just became worthless. And production scalability reveals the true genius of Musk's strategy. Aluminum extraction and processing infrastructure already exists across North America, with facilities in Tennessee, Kentucky, and Texas producing 1.1 million tons annually. Tesla's partnership with Alcoa Corporation leverages this existing capacity, bypassing the decade-long timeline typically required for lithium mining expansion. Chinese battery manufacturers built their dominance assuming scarce materials would remain their competitive moat. They never calculated that Tesla would simply change the game entirely. Do you believe this aluminum revolution could finally break China's battery stranglehold forever? Type Tesla wins in the comments right now if you think American innovation just changed everything. 2. Why does this mean the US can finally compete with China on battery pricing and scale? The economic warfare implications of Tesla's aluminum-ion breakthrough go far beyond technology. This is about demolishing China's cost advantage that has dominated global markets for 2 decades. Chinese battery manufacturers like CATL and BYD have weaponized economies of scale, producing lithium-ion cells at $87 per kilowatt-hour through massive state subsidies and cheap labor. Tesla's aluminum-ion technology doesn't just compete with this pricing, it obliterates it. Manufacturing costs for aluminum-ion batteries clock in at $61 per kilowatt-hour, representing a 30% cost reduction compared to Chinese lithium-ion production. How is this possible? Aluminum processing requires 65% less energy than lithium extraction and refining. The electrochemical processes are simpler, the materials are abundant, and the supply chain is already established across American industrial infrastructure. Tesla isn't building new supply chains, they're optimizing existing ones. Scale production timelines reveal where China gets truly vulnerable. Tesla's Gigafactory Nevada can retrofit existing lithium-ion production lines for aluminum-ion manufacturing in just 8 months, compared to the 3-year timeline required for new lithium processing facilities. By the third quarter of 2026, Tesla projects annual production capacity of 2.1 terawatt-hours of aluminum-ion storage, which is enough to power 6.2 million vehicles annually, all produced on American soil. The strategic implications are staggering. China's battery export revenue totaled $43.2 billion in 2024, representing its third largest manufacturing export category. When Tesla aluminum-ion batteries undercut Chinese pricing by 30% while delivering superior performance, Chinese manufacturers face an impossible choice: slash prices and eliminate profit margins, or watch their global market share evaporate. Either scenario triggers economic catastrophe across China's industrial sector. Production partnerships amplify Tesla's competitive advantage exponentially. Alcoa Corporation, Norsk Hydro, and Century Aluminum Company have committed to exclusive supply agreements, guaranteeing raw material access at fixed pricing through 2032. This creates pricing stability that Chinese manufacturers, dependent on volatile commodity markets and geopolitical supply chain disruptions, simply cannot match. Can China's battery giants survive when American aluminum-ion technology costs 30% less and performs 68% better? Drop "End of China" in the comments if you believe we're witnessing the collapse of China's energy dominance. 3. How does Tesla's aluminum-ion technology conquer extreme cold environments where lithium dies? Winter has been electric vehicles' greatest enemy, and China knows it. Lithium-ion batteries lose 40% of their capacity at temperatures below -10 degrees Celsius, turning EVs into expensive paperweights across northern climates. Chinese manufacturers have poured billions into thermal management systems, adding weight, complexity, and cost while delivering marginal improvements. Tesla's aluminum-ion breakthrough doesn't manage cold weather problems. It eliminates them entirely. The electrochemical advantage is revolutionary. Aluminum-ion batteries maintain 96% of their room temperature capacity at -30 degrees Celsius, compared to just 60% retention for the best Chinese lithium-ion systems. Tesla's internal testing at their Minnesota facility subjected aluminum-ion cells to -40 degrees Celsius conditions for 72 consecutive hours, with performance degradation measuring less than 2%. For context, lithium-ion batteries from leading Chinese manufacturers like CATL become virtually unusable under identical conditions. Range anxiety in cold climates disappears overnight. A Tesla Model 2 equipped with aluminum-ion batteries delivers 387 miles of range at -20 degrees Celsius, while competing Chinese EVs struggle to maintain 180 miles under identical conditions. Norwegian Tesla owners, who represent the world's most demanding EV testing environment in the quiet testing phases by Tesla, reported 94% satisfaction with aluminum-ion performance during Arctic winter trials, compared to 31% satisfaction with Chinese lithium-ion alternatives. Charging performance in extreme cold reveals the technology's true superiority. Traditional lithium-ion batteries require preheating systems that consume precious energy and extend charging times to over 90 minutes in sub-zero conditions. Tesla's aluminum-ion cells charge at full speed, regardless of temperature, maintaining their 4-minute rapid charging capability even at -35 degrees Celsius. This isn't just convenient. It's the difference between EVs being viable in northern climates or remaining luxury toys for warm weather cities. The strategic implications extend far beyond individual vehicle performance. Cold weather regions represent 47% of global automotive markets, including Canada, northern United States, Scandinavia, Russia, and northern China. Chinese EV manufacturers have struggled to penetrate these markets precisely because their lithium-ion technology fails when temperatures drop. Tesla's aluminum-ion advantage opens massive market segments that were previously inaccessible to electric vehicles. Have you experienced EV range loss in winter? Type yes. If you've seen how winter destroys lithium battery performance, then watch Tesla's aluminum-ion technology change everything. 4. How do Tesla's secret testing results prove that aluminum-ion batteries crush every competitor? Skepticism is understandable when revolutionary claims meet harsh reality, and Tesla's aluminum-ion batteries have endured the most brutal real-world testing program ever conducted on EV technology. The results don't just validate the hype, they exceed every optimistic projection by margins that seem almost impossible. Fleet testing across 47 states involved 2,847 Tesla vehicles equipped with pre-production aluminum-ion battery packs, accumulating over 18.3 million miles of real-world driving data. An independent testing team between Tesla and a partner has conducted blind evaluations comparing aluminum-ion performance against leading Chinese lithium-ion systems from CATL, BYD, and contemporary Amperex. The results were published in the peer-reviewed Journal of Power Sources, eliminating any possibility of Tesla bias or manipulation. Durability testing revealed aluminum-ion's most shocking advantage. After 500,000 miles of simulated driving cycles, aluminum-ion batteries maintained 94.7% of their original capacity. Chinese lithium-ion batteries degraded to 73.2% capacity under identical conditions. Translated into real-world terms, Tesla aluminum-ion batteries retain usable range for over 15 years of average driving, while Chinese alternatives require replacement after 8 to 9 years. The total cost of ownership implications are staggering. Safety testing eliminated the most dangerous aspect of current EV technology. Aluminum-ion batteries demonstrated zero thermal runaway incidents across 10,000 destructive test cycles, including puncture tests, overcharge scenarios, and extreme temperature exposure. Chinese lithium-ion batteries experienced thermal runaway in 3.7% of identical tests, representing the fire risk that has plagued EV adoption globally. Insurance companies are already adjusting premiums, with some providers offering 23% discounts for aluminum-ion-equipped vehicles. Third-party validation from unexpected sources adds undeniable credibility. The U.S. Department of Defense selected Tesla's aluminum-ion technology for their next-generation combat vehicle program after extensive evaluation against alternatives from Chinese, Korean, and European suppliers. Military applications demand reliability that exceeds civilian requirements by orders of magnitude. When the Pentagon stakes national security on Tesla's aluminum-ion technology, skepticism becomes impossible to maintain. Are you still skeptical about aluminum-ion batteries outperforming everything from China? Type the word "more" if you need more evidence, because the testing results speak louder than any marketing claims. 5. How can aluminum-ion finally solve EV fire risks and enable safer, cooler, smarter batteries? The most insightful comment in Tesla's testing feedback came from an engineering expert who identified the holy grail of EV design. What we need are electric vehicles that cannot catch fire because of battery overheating. One hint: connect batteries to capacitors and capacitors to electric motors. Get rid of liquid coolants and make an air-cooled electrical system. Install flexible solar panels on the roof for on-the-go battery recharging. Use smaller, lighter, and more efficient batteries easy to swap. Tesla's aluminum-ion breakthrough doesn't just address these requirements, it enables revolutionary system architecture that was impossible with lithium-ion technology. The fire safety concern disappears entirely with aluminum-ion chemistry, which cannot experience thermal runaway under any circumstances. Unlike lithium-ion batteries that require complex thermal management systems, aluminum-ion cells operate safely across temperature ranges from -40 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius without active cooling. The capacitor integration suggestion reveals deep engineering understanding, and Tesla's aluminum-ion system incorporates exactly this approach. Ultracapacitors store energy from regenerative braking and provide instantaneous power delivery for acceleration, while aluminum-ion batteries handle sustained energy storage. This hybrid architecture eliminates the power delivery limitations that have constrained EV performance, enabling 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration in 2.8 seconds while maintaining over 400 miles of range. Air cooling replaces liquid thermal management systems entirely, eliminating 47 pounds of coolant, pumps, radiators, and associated complexity. Aluminum-ion batteries generate 73% less waste heat than lithium-ion alternatives, making air cooling not just possible but optimal. The weight reduction and mechanical simplification reduce production costs by $1,200 per vehicle while improving reliability exponentially. Solar integration becomes practical for the first time in EV history. Tesla's aluminum-ion batteries accept charging input from 12 volts to 800 volts without conditioning electronics, enabling direct solar panel connection through microinverters embedded in the roof structure. Flexible photovoltaic cells generate 1.2 kilowatts peak power, adding up to 45 miles of daily range depending on sunlight conditions. For urban commuters, solar charging can eliminate grid dependency entirely. Battery swapping transforms from a logistical nightmare to an elegant solution. Individual aluminum-ion modules weigh just 18 pounds and connect through standardized quick-release interfaces. Complete battery swaps require less than 6 minutes at automated stations, comparable to gasoline refueling. Tesla's partnership with battery-as-a-service providers creates subscription models where users never own batteries, eliminating replacement costs and range anxiety simultaneously.
We continue to launching our third megafactory near Houston in 2026.
Are you ready for a rule rewrite? As Tesla prepares to launch its third megafactory near Houston next year, an aluminum-ion battery is moving from roadmap to reality. If it lands, 4 pillars may flip. Cooler packs mean fewer shop visits. Safer electrolyte can lower premiums. About 10 to 80% in roughly 15 minutes thins charging lines. Slower capacity fade lifts resale. This could be a true game changer. How would an aluminum-ion battery change the single garage rule that heat means wear and service means revenue? Across today's lithium-based packs, heat is the principal accelerant of wear. Heat during fast charge and hard driving comes from two terms that add together irreversibly from I²R and reversibly from entropy. And recent NREL calorimetry shows how both scale with C rate and push cells into hotter, harsher regimes that shorten life. A rise of about 10 degrees Celsius can double the degradation rate, while higher temperatures and higher charge rates cause resistance growth as well as faster capacity loss. In practice, that means a feedback loop. Higher temperature drives faster side reactions and thicker interfaces, which raises resistance and creates even more heat the next time you fast charge. An aluminum-ion cell architecture can change the thermal equation at the materials level because it pairs an aluminum metal anode and a carbonaceous cathode with a chloroaluminate ionic liquid electrolyte. This electrolyte has negligible vapor pressure and is widely described as non-flammable, which removes the fire load associated with volatile carbonate solvents. It also delivers room temperature ionic conductivity of roughly 10 to 13 millisiemens per centimeter, so the cell can supply high power without the voltage drop and I²R heating you would expect from a sluggish electrolyte. In this medium, fast ion diffusion and stable aluminum plating kinetics support repeated high-rate charging without runaway heat. If these properties carry over to full packs, fast charging should yield lower average core temperatures and fewer temperature spikes, which in turn would cut the heat-driven failures that currently send cars to the shop. These advantages come with real engineering hurdles for road cars and service bays. The chloroaluminate electrolytes that enable aluminum plating are hygroscopic and can be corrosive, so packs must be tightly sealed against moisture, and every wetted part must remain chemically compatible for years. That constraint affects gaskets, coatings, current collectors, and even the manufacturing atmosphere. Once those sealing and compatibility challenges are solved in production, the benefits should show up in both the data and your wallet. The bar for a true game changer is clear. deliver a pack that preserves the ionic liquid safety profile and high power, stays cool under repeated DC fast charge, and can be manufactured and serviced at scale with processes and turnaround times comparable to today's lithium lines. Cooler operation and slower fade would translate into measurable changes. Tesla's battery and drive unit limited warranty today runs up to 10 years and as high as 150,000 miles with a minimum 70% capacity retention depending on model. The owner pays off compounds over years. EV drivers spend about half as much on maintenance and repairs as gas car owners, and reports estimate lifetime savings of several $1,000s even before you factor in any chemistry improvement. A pack that runs cooler and ages more slowly should widen that gap further by trimming diagnostic visits, shortening dwell time in the bay, and eliminating many of the small tickets that come from heat-related degradation. In plain terms, the old garage rule that heat means wear and service means revenue gives way to a new one. Cool means durable, and the service bay becomes an exception rather than a routine. If summer heat never slowed your charging or cut your range, comment yes if you would choose the aluminum-ion Model 2 for daily life. How does cooler, less flammable Tesla aluminum-ion pack matter so much to insurance bill premiums? Insurers price risk through frequency and severity. Today, EV insurance is often higher than for gas cars because average repair bills and total loss rates can be steeper, especially when battery packs are involved. Recent summaries put EV premiums roughly 20 to 50% higher, with examples like an average increase of up to $44 per month, and industry snapshots noting about 23% higher costs overall in 2025. EV claim severities outpacing non-EVs in many datasets, partly due to labor, diagnostics, calibration, and limited battery repairability. These headwinds keep rates elevated even though EVs are not necessarily more fire-prone than gasoline cars. Tesla's own fire data suggests one Tesla vehicle fire for roughly every 130 to 135 million miles traveled, while US averages across all vehicles have been cited near one fire per 18 million miles, and several cross-market reviews show EVs with far fewer fires per 100,000 vehicles than hybrids or ICE. In other words, the rare but severe thermal events and the expensive collision repairs are what push premiums up, not a high baseline fire frequency. A safer aluminum-ion pack shifts both sides of the insurer's price policies equation, which is frequency multiplied by severity, plus expenses and profit in the insurer's favor. Cooler operation in everyday use and a lower tendency to ignite in abuse or crash conditions cut the chance that an incident becomes a total loss. When fires are rarer and smaller, claims are cheaper to settle, salvage rates improve, and the high end of the loss distribution shrinks. That directly lowers the loss cost that underwriters load into comprehensive and collision premiums. As those losses come down, you should see the savings in places that matter. Quotes for aluminum-ion models converge toward or under comparable ICE rates. Surcharges tied to battery fire risk come off, and exclusions around thermal damage and water intrusion narrow. Repair networks can also price jobs more confidently when the pack is less prone to catastrophic propagation, which reduces uncertainty padding in estimates. The net result is a lower premium ceiling set by conventional crash repair rather than by rare but very expensive battery events. Tesla's aluminum-ion battery is truly more than a lab result. At scale, a cooler running pack with lower ignition propensity cuts the odds that a crash or abuse event turns into a total loss. That reduces claim severity, shrinks the tail of the loss curve, and lowers the loss cost that drives comprehensive and collision premiums. If Tesla pairs deployment with partner-verified safety data and clear standardized repair pathways, underwriters can narrow thermal damage exclusions, remove battery risk surcharges, and price policies closer to conventional crash repair. The premium ceiling stops being set by battery-driven catastrophes and starts being set by ordinary bodywork. How would aluminum-ion batteries cut queues at charging stations and simplify trip planning? The old rule at busy sites is simple. As EV adoption rises, average session time rises and lines form. On conventional lithium packs, fast charging is limited by heat and plating risk, so the charge curve must taper as the state of charge increases. That taper stretches sessions and reduces stalls per hour. For context, many current 60 to 80 kilowatt-hour EVs take roughly 20 to 30 minutes to move from 10 to 80% at 250 kilowatt class hardware, depending on temperature, preconditioning, and pack chemistry. Longer sessions mean lower throughput per stall and a higher chance of waiting during peak hours. To go from 10 to 80% in about 15 minutes, a 75 kilowatt-hour pack must absorb about 52.5 kilowatt-hour in a quarter hour, which works out to roughly 210 kilowatt at the cells, or about 233 kilowatt from the charger once you include typical losses. Today's 250 kilowatt stalls can supply that, so the real barrier is the charge curve that usually tapers early to avoid heat and plating. Aluminum ions tackle that barrier directly. It runs cooler at high power and moves ions faster, so the pack can hold near peak power for most of the session instead of throttling down. The result is simple and visible to the driver. Shorter, more predictable stops on the same chargers, because aluminum ions keep average power high instead of letting it fall off halfway through. The network wins too. Throughput per stall is roughly 60 divided by the median session time in minutes. Cut the median from 25 minutes to 12 to 15 minutes, and you raise sessions per stall per hour from about 2.4 to about 4.0 to 5.0. Queues shrink because capacity grows faster than weekend arrivals. The same energy is delivered in tighter windows, so lines clear, dwell time drops, and trip planning becomes easier. For drivers, the experience becomes predictable. A single weekly top-up becomes a fixed habit that fits into a coffee stop. Long trips no longer require schedule changes or buffer time for queues because the network clears faster, not because you have to drive slower or arrive at a low state of charge. Fleet operators see the same benefit as higher charger turnover per site, which reduces the number of new stalls needed to support growth. If charging stops were short and predictable on today's network, would you plan EV road trips the same way you plan gas car trips? Comment aluminum if you ditch the buffer and hit the road. How would aluminum-ion batteries reshape resale prices and financing? In today's market, used EVs often lose value faster than comparable gas cars because shoppers worry about battery fade and the cost of a future replacement. That fear ripples through the whole transaction. When buyers expect quicker value loss, dealers lower trade-in bids, lenders assume weaker residuals, and the total cost of ownership rises for everyone involved. The result is a pricing gap that has less to do with how the car drives and more to do with uncertainty about the battery's health years down the road. The most direct way to lift resale is to remove that uncertainty with evidence that capacity fade stays small and slow. Tesla's current baseline is a helpful reference point. Model 3 and Model Y data show roughly 15% capacity loss after about 200,000 miles, which implies around 85% retention. If Model 2 launches with an aluminum ion pack that degrades even more slowly in real conditions, second owners can count on a useful range in years 6 to 8 rather than guessing. That confidence has immediate market effects. Dealer buyback offers improve, guaranteed residuals become easier to stand behind, and lenders can approve loans with stronger loan-to-value ratios because the collateral is expected to hold up. This matters even more for Model 2 because it serves price-sensitive buyers. Aluminum ion's cooler running and high rate tolerance slow the mechanisms that eat away at capacity, so real-world range stays stable for longer. A healthier range curve increases demand for used units, widens the pool of qualified buyers, and gives banks clearer risk models. You feel that in monthly costs, not just in spreadsheets. A simple illustration makes the point. If a $25,000 Model 2 is expected to retain 55% after 7 years, an aluminum ion version that lifts the expectation to 65% adds roughly $2,500 to your resale. That extra value can reduce your effective monthly cost during the first ownership cycle and can also support lower interest rates or longer terms for the next owner. Stronger residuals unlock more benefits. Certified pre-owned programs become easier to underwrite when remaining capacity is higher and better documented, which helps dealers offer longer coverage at reasonable prices. Fleets that refresh every 3 to 5 years see healthier auction clears, which feeds back into higher trade-in values for private owners. Put together, an aluminum ion battery does not just slow depreciation in theory. It improves resale prices, tightens financing spreads, and makes the overall ownership math work better for the affordable segment that Model 2 is designed to serve. How will an aluminum ion battery make the Model 2 better suited for American drivers? The aluminum ion battery is the real star. It is designed to charge fast, run cool, and stay safe, which are the 3 things that make everyday ownership easier and cheaper for American drivers. Fast charging is the first win for Model 2. A 10 to 80% top up in about 15 minutes adds roughly 120 to 150 miles, so one coffee break covers a full workday commute and errands. Aluminum ion holds higher power deeper into the session, which gives you short, predictable stops on today's 250 kilowatt chargers with no special hardware. It also suits renters and street parkers. Even without a home charger, a simple once-a-week 15-minute stop at the grocery, at Target, or at a highway plaza keeps you topped up without taking over your evening. For Model 2 buyers in hot states like Phoenix, Las Vegas, Houston, and South Florida, the aluminum ion battery's biggest win is how cool it runs at high power. Cooler charging keeps speed steadier in summer and protects long-term cell health, so your range and punch feel the same year after year. Less heat also means fewer battery-related repairs and faster visits when service is needed, which makes ownership feel routine and predictable. The same thermal control improves safety after crashes or flooding, and as real-world data builds, insurers can price that lower risk, helping your premiums trend more competitive over time. Finally, aluminum is abundant and widely recycled in the United States. As new battery-focused factories ramp, that stable supply helps keep prices in check and cars in stock. Lithium is done. In the latest reveal, Elon Musk didn't talk about the future of lithium. He didn't even mention aluminum. Instead, he looked dead serious and dropped this bombshell.
So our cell production is going quite well, and I think we're currently sort of the lowest cost per kilowatt hour.
Yeah.
We have the lowest cost per kilowatt hour, all things considered. So the Tesla cell is the most competitive cell.
Most people miss this, but this cryptic statement just unveiled Tesla's masterstroke that could trigger the biggest disruption since the Model S, sodium-ion battery, which is also known as a salt battery. With Tesla's battery day approaching, Musk's hints are becoming impossible to ignore. But why is sodium-ion battery this time? What mind-blowing capabilities make sodium-ion technology a complete game changer? And how will this shockwave hit the EV world in 2026 and explode everything we thought was good enough? 1. Why is Tesla developing sodium-ion batteries to eliminate lithium-ion batteries in 2026? The age of lithium is collapsing, not because Elon Musk wants it, but because reality demands it. Over the past 3 years, the price of lithium carbonate has exploded by over 300%, jumping from $13,000 per ton in 2021 to more than $70,000 per ton by late 2024. That single data point alone tells the truth. Lithium is no longer scalable. If Tesla wants to build affordable electric vehicles for the masses, not just for millionaires, lithium must go. And this crisis goes far beyond price. More than 75% of global lithium refining is controlled by China, and 99% of lithium iron phosphate production comes from the same source. With trade tensions intensifying in the post-2025 world, Tesla's entire future is sitting on a geopolitical time bomb. Meanwhile, lithium extraction consumes over 500,000 gallons of water per ton, devastating local environments in South America and Australia. And let's not forget the cold financial reality. Lithium-ion batteries degrade after just 1,500 to 5,000 full cycles, costing $10,000 to $20,000 United States dollars to replace on a Model 3. These numbers aren't theoretical. They're suffocating Tesla's mission. Tesla's Master Plan 4 promised ethical sustainability, but lithium mining is bleeding entire ecosystems dry. That's why Elon Musk dropped the bombshell on Tesla's 2024 Q4 earnings call.
Well, right now the constraint we're trying to solve is battery production as opposed to demand. So just before this call was we've got to figure out how to increase total gigawatt hours of battery production this year, one way or another. That's the constraint on our output.
Up to now, Tesla hasn't been struggling to sell cars. In fact, it could sell 50% more today, but it can't produce enough batteries. Gigafactories in Texas and Berlin are operating at only 60% capacity, not because of poor design, but because they can't get enough lithium. And here's the terrifying truth. To scale lithium production to meet future goals, Tesla would need to build over 100 new gigafactories, each costing billions and taking years. When Musk says, one way or another, he's not talking about building more lithium factories. He's talking about eliminating lithium entirely. By 2024, battery costs had cannibalized 40% of Tesla's total vehicle cost, up from just 25% in 2020. Tesla's Austin and Berlin gigafactories were sitting at pathetic 60% capacity, strangled by battery supply constraints. That's when Musk made his strategic declaration: we're not going to solve scarcity with more scarcity, we're going to eliminate scarcity entirely. That was the moment the sodium-ion battery entered the market. Musk's obsession with increasing total gigawatt hours of battery production points directly to the sodium ion's unlimited scalability. While lithium deposits max out at 100 million tons globally, sodium is the 6th most abundant element on Earth, with billions of tons available in soda ash and seawater. Tesla can build sodium-ion factories faster and produce batteries at an unprecedented scale, potentially 158 gigawatt hours globally by 2026, with Tesla targeting 20 to 30 gigawatt hours for its electric vehicles. The financial impact is staggering. Sodium-ion could slash battery costs by $5,000 to $10,000 per vehicle, saving Tesla $100 billion annually at 20 million cars. These batteries use non-toxic, non-flammable materials, completely eliminating Tesla's dependence on blood cobalt and conflict nickel. No other technology can match that combination of abundance, affordability, and ethics. Now, Tesla is already working with CATL, which began industrial sodium-ion production in 2023. Tesla's Nevada Gigafactory is currently piloting sodium-ion cells, with expected deployment in the 2026 Model Y and the new ultra-affordable Model 2. Internal targets show Tesla aims to scale up to 20 to 30 gigawatt hours, powering over 500,000 vehicles annually by 2026 with just sodium-ion packs. aligning perfectly with Tesla's plan to scale sodium-ion production. If lithium built the first wave of EVs, do you believe sodium-ion will build the last? If you believe this, type sodium-ion in the comments. And now, get ready, because those were just the problems sodium solves. What if this humble salt-based battery is about to unlock performance capabilities no lithium cell could ever touch? 2. How incredibly do mind-blowing capabilities make sodium-ion a game-changer? Tesla's sodium-ion technology doesn't just improve batteries, it obliterates the laws of physics as we know them. Deep inside these revolutionary cells are microscopic nanocells that perform what can only be described as digital magic. When a sodium-ion cell degrades from normal use, neighboring cells instantly release repair compounds that literally rebuild the electrode structure in real time. This self-healing chemistry is so advanced that in early stress tests, Tesla's sodium batteries maintained 95% capacity after 12,000 deep cycles. That's enough energy to drive around the Earth 90 times without meaningful degradation. But Tesla's real breakthrough lies in their hyper-fast charging capabilities that make current superchargers look like dial-up internet. Sodium ions move through Tesla's revolutionary quantum channels at subatomic speeds, achieving the impossible: 0 to 100% charge in just 4 minutes and 32 seconds during internal testing. About the physics-defying aspect, the battery actually stays cooler during ultra-fast charging than during slow charging, completely inverting everything we thought we knew about battery thermodynamics. The secret technology behind it is Tesla's quantum flux separator, a never-before-seen design using ultra-thin graphene treated with polarized sodium crystals. This breakthrough reduces internal resistance by over 61% compared to any lithium technology. Lithium batteries can't even come close to matching these numbers. Thermal immunity represents Tesla's most explosive advantage. Tesla's sodium-ion battery can survive direct flame contact for over 90 seconds without combustion, while lithium packs ignite in less than 15 seconds under identical thermal abuse. For safety regulators worldwide, this represents a dream scenario. Unlike lithium-ion's volatile electrolyte that turns every crash into a potential fireball, sodium-ion's non-combustible chemistry makes it virtually explosion-proof. Picture a Model 2 surviving a devastating crash without producing a single spark. Tesla is literally turning electric vehicles into armored tanks. The longevity numbers are equally mind-bending. Sodium-ion's advanced chemistry supports 20,000 charge cycles, equivalent to 2 million miles or 50 years of continuous driving. Imagine purchasing a Tesla today and passing it down to your grandchildren with the battery still performing at peak capacity. Lithium-ion's pathetic 1,500 to 5,000 cycles, representing just 300,000 to 500,000 miles, look absolutely prehistoric by comparison. Tesla's structural battery evolution represents the most radical automotive engineering since the internal combustion engine. The sodium-ion battery doesn't attach to the car frame, it becomes the car frame. This revolutionary integration achieves a 40% weight reduction compared to traditional battery pack plus chassis combinations, while making the car body 6 times stronger than conventional steel frame vehicles. During crashes, the battery absorbs impact energy and redistributes it like liquid armor, turning every Tesla into a mobile fortress. Cold weather performance demolishes lithium's Achilles heel. In brutal laboratory tests at -35 degrees Celsius, Tesla's sodium battery lost only 1.2% of capacity, while lithium iron phosphate cells collapsed by over 26%. This breakthrough opens floodgates for reliable electric vehicles in regions like Canada, Alaska, and Northern Europe, where lithium technology routinely fails when drivers need it most. Critics claim aluminum ion offers superior energy density, but the numbers expose this fantasy. Aluminum ion's theoretical 5,000 watt-hours per kilogram exists only in laboratory dreams, while real-world prototypes barely achieve 400 watt-hours per kilogram. Meanwhile, Tesla's sodium-ion technology is already pushing 250 watt-hours per kilogram with sodium iron phosphate cathodes, directly rivaling lithium ion's 250 to 300 watt-hours per kilogram range and ready for mass production immediately. The production economics are equally devastating to competitors. Aluminum ion's complex graphene cathodes cost $150 to $200 per kilowatt hour to manufacture and require exotic materials that don't exist on a scale. In contrast, Tesla's sodium ion is built from table salt and iron, costing just $80 to $90 per kilowatt hour. This amount is cheap enough to power a $15,000 Tesla that makes electric vehicles accessible to every human on Earth. If your Tesla could charge faster than your phone and last 50 years without a battery swap, would you ever consider buying anything else? Drop end of lithium if you're ready for the sodium era. Now, if you think this was mind-blowing, buckle up, because what you just saw isn't even the final form. In the next section, we're diving into how Tesla's sodium-ion battery isn't just replacing lithium. It's about to ignite a global EV revolution that could crush prices, shift power away from China, and finally put a Tesla in every driveway.
When you actually ask ChatGPT or AI, Microsoft's AI, or all of those, Google's version, when you ask them all, what is going to be the dominant battery technology within 10 years from now? And they come up and they say, it's going to be sodium.
Elon Musk's latest revelation is shaking the EV world to its core. Tesla's groundbreaking 2025 sodium phosphate battery is here, promising a jaw-dropping 1,790 miles on a single charge. Curious about the specs and what this means for the future of Tesla? You're in the right place. 1. How can sodium-ion batteries finally rival lithium-ion technology? A groundbreaking material developed by an international team of researchers, including the CANIPA Research Laboratory at the University of Houston, suggests the answer may be yes. This innovative material, sodium vanadium phosphate, enhances the energy density of sodium-ion batteries by over 15%, a significant leap forward for the technology. With an energy density of 458 watt-hours per kilogram, up from the previous 396 watt-hours per kilogram, it brings sodium-ion technology closer to competing with lithium-ion batteries in performance. Pier Emanuele Canepa, Robert Welch, Associate Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering at the University of Houston, emphasizes that sodium is nearly 50 times cheaper than lithium and can even be harvested from seawater. This affordability, coupled with the material's energy efficiency, positions sodium-ion batteries as a more sustainable and accessible alternative for large-scale energy storage. Sodium-ion batteries can be cheaper and easier to produce, reducing dependence on lithium and making battery technology more accessible worldwide, Canepa stated. This breakthrough material not only improves the practicality of sodium-ion technology, but also opens the door to a future of more sustainable energy solutions. Sodium vanadium phosphate, part of a group known as superionic Na-conductors, or sodium superionic conductor, is designed to allow sodium ions to move smoothly in and out of the battery during charge and discharge cycles, according to a press release. This material features a unique sodium handling mechanism, enabling it to operate as a single-phase system. This means it remains stable while releasing or absorbing sodium ions. Researchers noted that this stability allows sodium superionic conductor to maintain a constant voltage of 3.7 volts against sodium metal, surpassing the 3.37 volts of existing materials. While this difference might seem minor, it significantly boosts the battery's energy density, or the amount of energy it can store for its weight. The key to its efficiency lies in vanadium, which can exist in multiple stable states, enabling it to hold and release more energy. The consistent voltage shift is a crucial feature. It means the battery can operate more efficiently without compromising electrode stability. This is a game changer for sodium-ion technology, Canepa explained. The impact of this work goes beyond sodium-ion batteries. The synthesis method used to create sodium vanadium phosphate can be applied to other materials with similar chemical properties, opening new possibilities for advanced energy storage technologies. These advancements could revolutionize sustainable, affordable batteries for everything from powering devices to supporting the transition to a cleaner energy economy, according to the release. Canepa highlighted the researchers' goal of finding clean, sustainable solutions for energy storage. He stressed that this material shows sodium-ion batteries can meet the high energy demands of modern technology while remaining cost-effective and environmentally friendly. What do you think about Tesla's new sodium-ion battery technology? Comment 1 if you think sodium-ion batteries will replace lithium-ion as the main EV battery. Comment 2 if you believe lithium-ion will remain the top choice for years to come. Let us know why you chose 1 or 2 in the comments. 2. How does the new sodium-ion battery stack up against lithium-ion technology? Tesla, known for its relentless pursuit of efficiency and cost reductions, could leverage sodium-ion battery technology as a potential game changer in its 2025 vehicle lineup. Sodium-ion batteries offer a compelling alternative to lithium-ion, with the promise of lower costs, improved sustainability, and comparable performance for specific applications. Let's explore how Tesla might utilize this technology across its vehicle and product range. Firstly, Model Y Juniper, enhanced range at reduced costs. The Tesla Model Y Juniper, anticipated to feature sodium-ion cells, could achieve a range of up to 400 miles per charge. Sodium-ion batteries are expected to reduce costs by approximately 30% compared to traditional lithium-ion batteries. For instance, while lithium-ion battery packs cost around $100 per kilowatt-hour, sodium-ion packs might lower this to $70 per kilowatt-hour. With a typical battery capacity of 75 kilowatt-hours for the Model Y, this translates to a potential cost reduction of $2,250 per vehicle. The estimated manufacturing cost for the Model Y Juniper could drop from $45,000 to approximately $42,750. Assuming Tesla's gross margin target of 25%, the reduced costs could allow Tesla to either increase profitability or lower the vehicle's retail price, potentially starting at $50,000 compared to the current $52,990 base price. Such savings could allow Tesla to price the Model Y Juniper more competitively, potentially expanding its market reach. Despite the cost reduction, the range of 400 miles would maintain Tesla's reputation for high-performance EVs, positioning the Model Y Juniper as a more affordable yet equally impressive option in its segment. Secondly, Model Q, affordable urban mobility. Tesla's compact Model Q, aimed at urban environments, could also benefit significantly from sodium-ion technology. Given sodium-ion batteries' reduced costs and robust performance in moderate climates, the Model Q might feature a smaller battery pack, 50 kilowatt-hours, sufficient for a range of approximately 250 miles. At $70 per kilowatt-hour, the battery cost would amount to $3,500, significantly lower than the $5,000 cost for a comparable lithium-ion pack. This cost advantage could enable Tesla to price the Model Q around $25,000, making it one of the most affordable EVs in its class. Such pricing aligns with Tesla's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy by making EVs accessible to a broader audience. Assuming a production target of 500,000 units annually for the Model Q, The use of sodium-ion batteries could save Tesla approximately $750 million in battery costs each year. This would allow the company to scale production efficiently while maintaining competitive pricing. Thirdly, electric motorhomes, long-range travel made practical. For Tesla's upcoming electric motorhome concept, sodium-ion batteries' improved energy density and cost-effectiveness could be transformative. Assuming a motorhome requires a 150 kilowatt-hour battery pack, sodium-ion technology could reduce battery costs from $15,000 lithium-ion to $10,500. With an energy density comparable to lower-end lithium-ion batteries, approximately 200 watt-hours per kilogram, a motorhome could achieve a range exceeding 500 miles per charge. This makes long-distance travel more viable, addressing a critical barrier for EV adoption in recreational vehicle markets. Additionally, the use of sodium, a more abundant and geographically diverse resource, reduces reliance on lithium mining, aligning with Tesla's sustainability goals. Assuming annual production of 50,000 motorhomes, Tesla could save $225 million in battery costs using sodium-ion technology. This could make electric motorhomes a more economically viable option for consumers, potentially priced around $120,000. Don't forget broader implications for energy storage. Beyond vehicles, sodium-ion batteries could revolutionize Tesla's energy storage solutions, such as Powerwall and Megapack. Their lower cost and stable performance make them ideal for stationary applications, where weight and size are less critical. For example, a Powerwall equipped with sodium-ion cells could offer the same 13.5 kilowatt-hour capacity at a reduced cost. If lithium-ion costs $1,350 per Powerwall battery at $100 per kilowatt-hour, sodium-ion could reduce this to $945, saving $405 per unit. Scaling this to Tesla's 2023 Powerwall sales of 100,000 units, the adoption of sodium-ion could save the company $40.5 million annually. For larger-scale applications like the Megapack, the cost savings could exceed hundreds of millions, particularly as Tesla ramps up deployments for grid-level storage. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think sodium-ion technology can truly rival lithium-ion? What impact do you foresee on the EV market? Share your opinions in the comments below.
Tesla's latest breakthrough, the highly anticipated solid-state battery, is set to revolutionize electric vehicles by 2025 is on the horizon. Charging your car in just 9 minutes? Yes, you read that right. These next-generation batteries promise an energy density of 500 watt-hours per kilogram, nearly double that of current lithium-ion batteries. Elon Musk has confirmed this game-changing innovation is ready to debut. 1. How is solid-state battery the dawn of a new revolution? When it comes to battery technology, solid-state batteries represent a seismic shift in innovation, promising to redefine the future of energy storage. Unlike traditional lithium-ion batteries, used in devices like smartphones, laptops, and electric vehicles, solid-state batteries replace the liquid electrolyte with a solid material. This breakthrough doesn't just enhance safety, but also paves the way for higher performance and unmatched efficiency. The primary advantage of solid-state batteries lies in their safety. By eliminating the flammable liquid electrolyte, these batteries drastically reduce the risk of thermal runaway, a phenomenon that leads to fires or explosions in lithium-ion systems. This stability is particularly critical in electric vehicles, where the battery is subjected to extreme conditions and high energy demands. In terms of efficiency, the energy density of solid-state batteries far surpasses that of their lithium-ion counterparts, enabling electric vehicles to travel longer distances on a single charge. For context, where current lithium-ion EV batteries offer energy densities of 250 to 300 watt-hours per kilogram, Solid-state designs are projected to exceed 400 watt-hours per kilogram. One of the most compelling promises of this technology is ultra-fast charging. With solid-state batteries, a full recharge could take as little as 9 to 10 minutes, rivaling the refueling time of traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. This transformative feature has the potential to make range anxiety a thing of the past, particularly as charging infrastructure continues to expand globally. In contrast, even the fastest lithium-ion systems today require 20 to 30 minutes to reach an 80% charge under ideal conditions. At the heart of this innovation is the replacement of the liquid electrolyte with a solid counterpart. The solid electrolyte facilitates ion movement between the anode and cathode during charging and discharging, while offering superior thermal stability. Anodes in these batteries are often composed of metallic lithium or similarly high-energy materials, while cathodes utilize composites like lithium cobalt oxide or lithium iron phosphate. This combination not only enhances energy storage capacity, but also extends the lifespan of the battery. While lithium-ion batteries typically endure 1,500 to 2,000 charging cycles, solid-state designs are estimated to last between 8,000 and 10,000 cycles, significantly reducing the need for replacements over the vehicle's lifetime. With these innovations, which future do you see for solid-state batteries in EVs? Comment 1 if you believe solid-state batteries will completely replace lithium-ion batteries by 2030. Comment 2 if you think lithium-ion technology will still dominate and solid-state will only be for premium vehicles. A key advantage of solid-state batteries is their remarkable energy density. They can store significantly more energy in the same volume compared to lithium-ion batteries, allowing for longer ranges and enhanced durability. Current lithium-ion batteries typically endure 1,500 to 2,000 charge cycles, while solid-state variants can last 8,000 to 10,000 cycles. This leap in longevity and efficiency highlights their potential to outperform existing battery technologies across demanding applications. Recent advancements have further propelled solid-state battery development. Researchers are exploring composite materials like advanced sodium-ion and lithium-sulfur compounds, which have demonstrated significant improvements in energy storage. One study reported a 50% increase in energy density with advanced composite cathodes, signaling a major breakthrough in energy capacity. Safety remains a cornerstone of this innovation. By eliminating flammable liquid electrolytes, solid-state batteries drastically reduce fire risks. Companies such as Samsung SDI are leading the charge in commercializing this technology. According to Ko-Ju Young, Vice President of Samsung SDI, "We have delivered samples to customers from late last year to early this year and have received positive feedback. Such advancements underline the growing feasibility of solid-state batteries for mass adoption." 2. Why is Tesla betting on solid-state batteries for 2025? Tesla's groundbreaking announcement of solid-state batteries with a 9-minute charging capability will revolutionize the brand's 2025 lineup, transforming how its vehicles perform, charge, and compete. Models like the Model Y Juniper, Model Q, and Cybervan will benefit directly from this technological leap, addressing range anxiety, charging convenience, and overall performance. For the Model Y Juniper, Tesla's most anticipated update to its best-selling SUV solid-state batteries will boost energy density by nearly 50% compared to its current lithium-ion counterpart. This means the range could extend from today's 330 miles to approximately 500 miles per charge, making the Model Y an even more practical choice for long-distance travel. Moreover, the 9-minute charge time will eliminate the need for lengthy breaks, bringing charging times on par with traditional gas refueling. This positions the Juniper as a strong competitor against rivals like the Xpeng G6, which currently offers up to 440 miles of range but lacks solid-state battery integration until late 2026. The Model Q, Tesla's highly anticipated entry into the affordable EV market, will leverage the cost efficiency of solid-state batteries to deliver impressive performance without a premium price tag. With a likely starting price of $25,000, the Model Q is expected to achieve a range of 300 miles while retaining Tesla's hallmark features like fast charging and durability. Compared to older budget EVs like the Chevrolet Bolt or BYD Dolphin, which top out at 250 miles of range, the Model Q with solid-state technology will redefine affordability and capability in its segment. For Tesla's Cybervan, designed for utility and adventure, the adoption of solid-state batteries will be a game-changer. Current vans like the Rivian R1S and Mercedes EQV suffer from limited ranges of 260 to 300 miles when fully loaded. The Cybervan, equipped with a solid-state battery pack, could achieve up to 450 miles under full load, extending its utility for road trips and off-grid travel. The elimination of flammable liquid electrolytes also enhances safety, a critical consideration for a vehicle intended to handle diverse environments. In addition to improving range and safety, Tesla's solid-state batteries will significantly extend the lifespan of these vehicles. While current lithium-ion packs last around 1,500 to 2,000 cycles, solid-state batteries can endure 8,000 to 10,000 cycles, equating to over 1.5 million miles of use. This durability will particularly benefit the Model Q and Cybervan, vehicles likely to see heavy usage in ride-sharing and logistics applications. Tesla's 9-minute charging time will also redefine customer expectations for convenience. Today's lithium-ion EVs, including Tesla's own, require at least 15 to 20 minutes at a supercharger for an 80% charge. By cutting this in half, Tesla eliminates one of the biggest hurdles for widespread EV adoption, ensuring that its 2025 lineup stays far ahead of competitors like Ford, which recently announced a 15-minute fast charge goal for its upcoming models. Tesla's production capacity is unmatched in the EV industry. Its gigafactories in Texas, Berlin, and Shanghai collectively produce over 1.5 million vehicles annually, and with new facilities under development, production could exceed 2 million by 2025. This scale is critical as Tesla plans to deploy solid-state batteries across its flagship models, ensuring rapid adoption. By comparison, Honda, despite its recent announcement of a pilot solid-state battery production line, remains years behind Tesla in terms of scalability. Honda's focus is on experimental materials and cost reduction, but the timeline for mass production extends well into the late 2020s, giving Tesla a decisive head start. Tesla's bold move into solid-state batteries also counters growing competition from Chinese automakers like Chery, which is building the world's first fully operational solid-state battery production line with a capacity of over 1 gigawatt-hour. This would be enough to power approximately 100,000 EVs with 100 kilowatt-hour battery packs annually. However, Chery's solid-state batteries are still in early development, and their first-generation technology is unlikely to match Tesla's 9-minute charging capability or scalability by 2025. Meanwhile, Stellantis and its partner Factorial have announced plans to test semi-solid-state cells in real-world conditions with the Dodge Charger Daytona by 2026. Unlike Tesla's fully solid-state batteries, these cells rely on a hybrid electrolyte system and use lithium anodes, limiting their energy density and charging speeds. Stellantis's timeline reflects the broader challenges legacy automakers face in commercializing advanced battery technologies. Tesla's adoption of solid-state batteries is driven by 3 core objectives: delivering superior performance, lowering costs, and maintaining its leadership position. The company's solid-state batteries are expected to offer a range of up to 600 miles per charge, a 25% improvement over Tesla's current longest-range Model S Plaid. Additionally, these batteries eliminate the need for complex thermal management systems, reducing manufacturing costs by an estimated 20 to 30%. In comparison, Chinese automakers like BYD and XPeng continue to rely heavily on lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are cheaper but lack the energy density needed for premium EVs. Tesla's solid-state technology will allow it to dominate not only the high-performance EV segment, but also enter emerging markets with affordable, long-range models like the Model Q. And that wraps up our deep dive into Tesla's 2026 battery roadmap: aluminum-ion, sodium-ion, and solid-state. Each option promises something different: lower cost, better safety, or breakthrough range. But the real question is, which one do you think Tesla will choose for the Model 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because we read every single one. If you found this breakdown useful, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell. We're pushing for 11,111 subscribers, and your click is what helps us keep cutting through the noise with straight-up Tesla analysis. This is AutoGearshift. Thanks for watching.